Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Friday morning. It's a little bit past 11 a.m., and that can only mean that it's time for some Buffooncraft SMP. There's Jeannie. Na 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 thunder. You guys can see the auto shout out there for Cheska's Jeannie. And of course, rolling on in is a real foolish Sage. Jeannie, I think you beat Sage into being first. I'm not certain, but I think I misheard you. Thought you said just past 1 a.m. 11 a.m. here on the west coast of the U.S. Pacific Standard Time. To be fair, I was here the moment Discord popped. My stalker. I mean, viewer. Okay. All right, Sage. So you guys can see the auto shoutouts there for my fellow buffoons and good friends. Please go check them out when you get a chance when they're streaming next. Forever number one. Yes. Follower. Sure. All right. Let's get to doing a little bit of building today. Today should be a nice, easy day. Should be. Should be. There we go. No one on the server at the moment. Okay. It's been a slow week in Buffooncraft as far as members logging on, although a few have been logging on here and there. So. And of course, nothing is quite so miserable as rain on a mushroom island in Minecraft. Let us. I think I could sleep off this rain, right? The sun's setting over there? Yes. And. Yeah, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Okay. Let's wander over this way. Wander over yonder. Oh no, brown cow. And of course our not so brown cow over here. Hey, Mushi. Okay, so the old stomping grounds have changed a little bit since last we were this way. We do have the, you guys have seen the trading hall for the farmers. That's old news now. And the trading hall for the clerics, the clerical lads over here. But we have now completed the librarian hall. The librarian module of our trade hall system. Excuse me. And so, yes, this is probably the most overpowered librarian trade hall I've ever built. This thing really kicks butt. We have all of the main trades that, at least that I use over here. So, and the ones that I need that I don't have here, I can always go into the also very overpowered trade hall, public trade hall back in Drosty. So, you can see the system I've gone with here is to have a chest full of shulkers full of books to just condense things down and make things a little bit more compact, right? And so each of these shulkers has the books wherein we need them, and that's how we're going to organize things. All the ones over here, and then we have all of our supplies over here. This will be full of emeralds, although, I don't know, we could just get emeralds right over there. We should be fine. We have the golden apples, the gapples there, and all of the potions, and so this place is all stocked up, ready to go. Our ender chest over here with our crafting table over there, and here is our anvil, and of course the horn in which we can lower our prices. Right, and so that's all set to go. The most important thing for this, at least for what we're going to be doing next, is the glass trade, all right? So that's what we need there. And so that's all set to go. The last module that needs to be put into place, which we will do later on, will be the Jack of all trades hall, which will go right here. And here we'll have mostly the iron trade villagers in here. So we'll have the weaponsmith, the toolsmith, the ironsmith, and then maybe a few more extra trades here. But then that should be it for most of the trade hall stuff. We may do a little bit more decoration on here to try to make this look a little bit better. But for now, I think we could step away from this. I thankfully don't have too much glass left to finish my cloud. I think I'll work on that today so I can finally get rid of the dirt base. I have not been over there since you've been working on that. So I'll have to drop by there when I get the chance to see what you've been doing. Or, viewers, you could just check out Jeannie's stream. Chances are we'll probably be raiding out to Jeannie today. I don't see why not, but anyways, over here we've been doing a little bit of prep. And this area, in this area, is where the iron farm is going to go. And so I'm going to build a really wacky and crazy iron farm. It's already been designed in my creative test world. And we're going to install that right around here. And then from here, we can run the iron over there and into the trade hall. I don't know if I'm going to have some sort of transportation system. I don't think so. I think it's just going to be manual. I'll just have the collection system over here, and then I'll just come over here whenever I need the iron. We can trade it over there. Things will be A-okay. And I'm quite certain that that is going to be the silliest, craziest iron farm any of you have seen in a very long time. That's the effect I'm going for, so... Nova has seen the initial design anyway in the creative test world. He liked it, and so I've made some changes since then that only enhance the silliness. So yeah, that's going to go right up in this area here. Before I do that, though, of course, herein lies the rub, the Minecraft progression. I want to build this thing, but before I build this, I need to do this, and before I do this, I need to do that. Before I need to, right? So we needed to have the trade hall, at least that much of the trade hall finished. I do need some honey blocks for this. Quite a few honey blocks, not a lot, but enough where I think I'm going to need to build a bee farm. And I'm just going to build my small bee farm that you've seen in the Buffooncraft Season 5 community server. And the bee farm that's in Generation 5 Survival World. I'm just going to build that kind of bee farm. It's not big. It's pretty easy to build. Usually I build those kinds of bee farms in the nether because there's no day-night cycle in the nether. And so the bees just work and work and work and work. But I don't think I need that for my base here. I think I need something that's going to generate a modest amount of honeycombs and honey for the honey blocks. And I think I can just do that in some area here on the isle. One of the other things I'm trying to do is try not to build underground. Try to build above ground and make a little scene, a structure, to sort of add to the lore of the isle here. And so I think I'm going to be doing that. And so I need to pick a site around here and then start to gather some resources, do a little terraforming, pick out a spot for it, and then start building that. And that's what I'm going to do. I could just borrow some more honey off of Shut and Nebs And I don't mind. I already have. So I'll accept the help there. But I think I've reached a point where I'd like to have my own honey farm now. And so I think I'll do that over here and add another structure to the base. The question is where to build, where to build, where to build. It's not going to be a very big farm. Those farms tend to be kind of small. And so I'm thinking out on that shore somewhere. So let's head on over to that way. Let's have a look about. Let's see what I have going on over here. I don't want to have it too far away from the iron farm, but I don't think anybody's going to be using my honey farm. Most folks have their own honey farms, or they'll just use Shut Neb's farm. I don't think anybody's going to be coming out here to use this. You are, of course, welcome to my bee output in town. I haven't really looked at that recently. Thank you. Like I said, if I need just a little bit of honey, I'm sort of, my honey requirements are sort of in between a massive high output farm and just borrowing some honey off of somebody else's farm. I'm sort of in a middle area there. And so, yeah, I don't mind just cranking out a little farm here. I'm wondering, I'm thinking maybe I should just, like, this little area right here would be good. It's a little, I don't know, maybe I should build southernly a little more. The iron farm's out there. And like I said, I don't think anybody's going to be accessing my farm that much. Although I didn't expect people to be using my trade hall that much, and it's got quite a bit of traffic. So I was actually a little surprised. So I'll tell you what, the whole southern part of the island hasn't been accessed yet. So maybe we should go off this away. And I'm looking at this little part might be a good place on which to put that. See, over here we have a natural harbor right here into this area. And you guys can see this island really is beautiful, and the surrounding sea here. And again, the honey farm structure itself is not going to be large. It's pretty small. I originally just slapped down some bees for copper waxing purposes, so definitely not a huge output. Yeah, because your structure in town there is a huge copper and glass structure. Yeah, so I can see that. Yeah, this elevation here is a little bit too low, I'm thinking. So I'm thinking right up on that peninsula up there. But let's just cruise around here for a little bit. We'll do some sleeping so you guys can see this in the daylight. And again, I don't know why I go silent when I sleep in Minecraft. It's really not necessary. Strange. And here you can see we're at the southern end of the isle out here, with all this beautiful surrounding reefs. Is it reefs or reeves for the plural of reef? I think it's reefs. I would have guessed reefs, yeah. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it for the bee farm over in this area. Of course, I don't know, maybe here. Of course, I'm conscious of where I put these farms and stuff because I always have my neighbor across the water there. And I'm always thinking of him when I build a farm here, just in case he wants to come on over and use something. I don't think he'd ever need to use my bee farm over here, but... yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to save this area. Of course, there'll be all kinds of roads and paths and whatnot here to connect up these buildings, these structures and sites and stuff. Hello, Mushi. We have that harbor area in there, and this looks really nice over here. Now the iron farm site is right over there. It's right there, and I like this natural harbor area here. So you can see where all of this is right and around here. So I like this area. And I'm thinking bee farm out this way with the superfluous medial vowel. Yeah, I'm kind of digging this. And I'm trying to put some of these farm-like structures on the outer edges, on the shores of the island here, because it makes one go around the island to access them. And I think that's a little less boring. So as we're building and as we're progressing through the season and we need to take a run out to the iron farm, you know, it's over there, so we have to run through the island and use the roads and paths and whatnot. Take a run out to the bee farm, take a run over to the trade hall, which is in the exact center of the isle, and go here and go there, you know, and it kind of breaks things up, right? Instead of having everything clustered all in one area in the center, right? Now, I'm thinking this bee farm is very, very small, but I think when I build it, it's going to wind up being a little bigger than I'm thinking. So I'm liking this area here. And I think this is where I'm going to build. Right here. And then it will... I like the colorful reef nearby. Stuff. So I think I'm going to build right around here. Now, I'm thinking on... This farm runs in 2 rows and has... being rectangular, and so the longer axis I'm thinking of having maybe run this way from east to west, and then the shorter axis running north to south like this. It's just the lay of the land, right? And so we'll have to take down some more mushrooms and get those out of the way. But I'm kind of liking that idea. And I won't quite go out to that point out there. I'm thinking of keeping it like right in and around here. And, you know, you'll see we're not too far away from the trade hall, and the iron farm will be in full view there, rising up like that. Iron farm is going to be very vertical. It's going to be a very, very vertical iron farm. So, but I think you guys are going to really like that one a lot. But yeah, let's build here. Let's build here. So I do have some of the materials I need for the iron farm over there as far as the pallet blocks go. The sandstone, the blackstone, and the oak, and some glass. But we're going to need other things. And those other things are going to be in Drosty, because I foresaw needing a bee farm earlier on in the season. And so while I was out doing side quests like getting horses and stuff, wherever I saw a bee's nest, I grabbed it. and saved it. So I should have some of that essential equipment ready to go. Redstone is not complicated for this. Basically 16 dispensers, some comparators, redstone dust, smooth stone. Should be very easy. The farm isn't going to be a fully automated farm. There's no real need for that. I think the access for this farm will be coming off of that main road there. One of the things I'm going to try to avoid is when I'm laying, which will be one of the last things that happens, ironically, but when I'm laying out the roads, I'm going to try to avoid making all of the roads and paths on a grid system, right? I want windy paths. And so the main streets, roads will be in those coming off of the trade hall. I'm probably going to have those straight roads in the cardinal directions, and then off of those I'll have the windy, twisty paths. I think that's the way I'm going to go about doing that. So I think right here, you can see where the edge of this shape is here. I think I'm just going to maintain that. I may take this out or take that down or just, I don't know. I might leave it. We'll see. But I'm going to need to clear this. So anything that's on this level at y equals 73, I think I'm going to use that. So we'll clear out the area. A lot of these mushrooms I'm removing. I may reinstall those later on, just, you know, in a more planned location. Bushies get to stay, of course. Along the way, I had considered building a tree farm. I still might do that. I was going to build a tree farm first, but that's one of those intermediary things on the list, and so I decided to put that off. But I do want to build one. I don't think I've built enough tree farms in Minecraft, and so I'd like to set one of those up at some point, but I think the iron farm, I'd like that to have priority. Maybe dot some around some custom mushrooms. Yeah, in fact, like how folks make custom trees. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. The thing is, I'm still undecided about the biome. How much of the mushroom isle look I'm going to keep here. I still haven't made up my mind about that. One thing I have made up my mind about, or two things, is I'm going to keep that huge crater, that huge hole over there with a cave, and that's going to be definitely Mushroom Island biome down in that hole, and that's going to be like a reserve. And it'll have the mushies down there, and the mushrooms, and the mycelium, and all of that good stuff will be down in there. That is at least is going to be preserved. And I may have pockets of Mushroom Island throughout the island here. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sold on that yet, that idea. The other thing I'm going to do is I am going to have these red mushrooms, and I'm going to use these for lighting. So up underneath these, I'll have either frog lights, glow lichen, combination of both hidden up under these. And so at nighttime, as you're walking around, these will act like giant lamps. And so I will have those scattered throughout the island. Again, how to go about doing that, I'm not really certain. But I think the paths and the structures are going to go into place first. and then that stuff will go up after. Why? Why? I haven't, you know, I'm taking down mushrooms, but I haven't even really started building anything yet. I wish there were a passive mob that were hostile to wandering traders. Passive otherwise, but whenever there's a... Yeah, that would be cool. This guy I might leave up there, but I'm thinking that's going to block the view of the sea, and I don't know if I want that. This guy's coming down, though. Definitely. All right, let's do this. Let's start gathering some resources. The custom mushrooms, Nova, Nebula, especially Nebula, with the custom mushrooms, they're the ones for that. So if I do decide to do that, I might be tapping one or two of them on the shoulder and saying, yeah, when it comes time for those custom mushrooms, could you give me a hand with that, please? Nebula is spectacular with that kind of stuff, so... Few of these. I took all this time to, well, I wouldn't say all this time. It's really not that big of a deal. But I brought all of these over into place to begin the iron farm, and now I'm going to use them for the honey farm. A honey farm, I'm just going to get the structure of it working. And I'm going to save the decoration for the latter half of the season. Hopefully I'll get around to it. I think I will. But that is my plan for how to proceed through the season. Get my main builds in place in the first part of the season, and then spend the second part of the season decorating stuff and just adventuring and goofing around with my friends. So that's the Season 6 plan. And the plan is unfolding quite well, actually, except for the month of November was kind of tough. But we really... The iron farm is the next main build, and then after that, or the next large build, and then the main build comes after that. And the main build, like I said, if I can get the game mechanic to work for it the way I'm imagining it, should be the coolest and funniest thing I've ever built in Minecraft. So... we'll see how that goes. We shouldn't need the tinted glass for this. I can leave that here. Good. All right, I think I'm all set here. Let's deliver this to the site. By the way, looking at my inventory, you would have never guessed that yesterday on the server, I died and lost all my stuff. But our trade hall, combined with the other trade hall and the other farms that we currently have on the server, are just so overpowered that I think it's... I wouldn't say in much more than an hour I completely rekitted everything. Of course, a lot of stuff I already had prepared, so there is that too. So I already had a lot of stuff in stock. So re-equipping wasn't really that big of a deal. But that's the point at which we are with the Season 6 Buffooncraft server. Why did you go and do that? Well, the whys and wheres for us, when you're at 859 deaths, Sage, is why really important? I mean, is it really a valid question at this point? I'll tell you how it came about, though. I was at the gold farm, and I was AFK at the gold farm, and I was repositioning myself on the trapdoor on which you stand to AFK that, and somehow, I don't know how I did this, but somehow I had clicked on one of the collection hoppers and found myself inside the collection hopper. I don't know how I did that, but that's a very, very bad thing. Now, you have a couple of ticks before you die there. Twice in a row. Sage. Now, you do have a couple of ticks before you die there. I think it's a 3 count before you die. So I had ender pearls in my hotbar, of course. A Thunderhand. Yeah. A Thunderhand regular piece of equipment. And so I figured, okay, I'll just pearl out. So I attempted to pearl out, and found myself back in the hopper minecart. How? I don't know, but I said, okay, I'll just pearl out again, maybe in a different direction or something. I pearled out, still in the hopper minecart. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't pearl out. I made one more attempt, and then I died. Kuma! Drive-by Kuma! Hey there. You guys can see the shout out for our fellow co-streamer and friend Kumakwa. Please go check him out when you get a chance. Yeah, so I wound up dying in the gold farm collection hopper, and when that thing collects your items when you die, it sends it to an incinerator, not lava, and so your items are incinerated. Now, I went back to the scene of the crime. Well, it's not really a crime, but at least my helmet, and most importantly, my netherite breeks with the Swift Sneak 3 on them were still floating around. And so I was able to recover those, because that's the hardest thing to recover, right? Because then you have to go back to the ancient city and do the hope you can find one that isn't rated yet, right? It's a big deal, right? But no, I got those back. So Sunday is my birthday stream. Nice. I plan on doing Unfortunate Spaceman. Oh, okay. With evening with you and Kachi are invited. Okay, 6 p.m.ish. Thank you. Sunday we should be around. I'll put it past Kachi and I'll see what we do then. That should be after our Kachi time stream, Kuma. So we'll probably be up for that. Very likely. I remember you suggesting that we download that, so I'll get that set up. Sage, let me see. Yeah, I lost my first Swift Sneak and my netherite picks there. Hawk. Make sure you do the tutorial. It takes a bit of time. Okay. All right. We'll probably do the tutorial tomorrow or maybe later on this evening. We'll see. I'll probably do the tutorial this evening, and Kachi will probably get around to that tomorrow. Kachi's been very, very busy, though. This week and next week, his schedule is nuts. So we'll see if he's around on Sunday. I think he will be, but... Okay, I'm off to meet the wife for lunch. Have a great stream. Thank you for stopping by, sir, and reminding us of that. And we'll update you on our availability for Sunday. We always have a lot of laughs when we go straight with Kuma, so... Okay. Enjoy eating with the wife. Yes, and pass along our hello to her. Definitely. Let's see. All right, so we've delivered our stuff to the site. We should be okay. We're gonna need some more things, so let's head on over. We need to make a run into town to get some honeycombs. We should be all set there. That's at the townhouse, so we should be all set there. Need to drop off some stuff, pick up some more stuff, and then we can start building here. I'm trying to think of how many flowers that we have. And can I grow the dandelions and the poppies? The poppies. Oh, we can just run over to the iron farm in Skipton, actually, to go get the poppies. So we can get plenty of those if I don't already have some here. Although the ones I have here are probably used for dye. First of all, let's drop these off here. Shroominess. Let's get rid of those. Let's pick up a little bit of dirt. I think we're okay with a lot of that stuff. Let's grab a little bit of smooth stone. The palette, I'm going to stick with the block palette, although I might vary it a little bit. With the sandstone, with the blackstone, and the oak, that's our main block palette. But with each structure in which I use that stuff, I like to vary it up a little bit. So we'll add some stuff to it just to give it its own kind of look. Let me see here. I think otherwise I should be okay. We're going to need some honeycombs. We do have some honey blocks, a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't think we're going to need quite this much, but we'll bring it along. Just in case. And you know what? Let's start collecting this stuff in an extra shulker. Just to save on the inventory space. And let's head into town. So yes, I did manage to recover some of my stuff yesterday. And the most difficult stuff to recover. So that's always a good thing. But lately I've been getting better the last couple of seasons at keeping kits of extra armor, extra tools, extra weapons, and things like that. And so when I do die and lose all my stuff, it's pretty easy to re-equip, to re-kit and stuff. So not really a big deal. Not nowadays. Okay, there we go. Town Hall is coming along, as you guys can see here, right? And this is what I am looking for. And I forgot these do not stack because they have different amounts of bees in them. Now, I forget if this is a mod or if this is an update feature, but now you can see how many bees that you have and how much honey it has in each one, the honey level. Very cool. By just hovering. So we have those. Anything else I need in here that I can... Most of this is me just trying to clean up here at the townhouse, but at the same time, though, I do need to leave some stuff here. Because when we finish our main build and we start decorating, one of the first places that's going to be decorated is I'm going to come back and finish the interior of the townhouse. That's one of the first things that's going to happen. Let's see what we have in here. Anything else that we can use for this? I think I'm okay here. Yeah, I'm good. I've seen that in the mods. Not sure about the update. Oh, that is actually really neat. Oh, God, we've needed that forever. Not being able to see... the honey level is one thing. You can put a comparator on the back and see what the honey level is. But not knowing how many bees in there was just exasperating. Excuse me. I thought that that was an update, but let's go for a ride, boy. We'll head on over to the iron fire. We'll get ourselves some puppies. And usually I like to split the honey farm into two modules. One module makes the combs and the other module makes the honey bottles. And I like to have one flower on one side, one kind of flower on one side, and another flower on the other side. And the nests on one side and the hives on the other. It's just a fun way to build a farm. Let's grab some of these. Let's grab another stack just for dye. And then while we're at it, let's head up to the grassland up here. And we'll grab ourselves some dandelions. There's Lone Star. Let's see. 1148. Lone. Dude, really? Must do. Let's just grab a few dandelions. I really only need like 8 of these, but let's grab some extras just in case. Also, the reason why I grabbed way more poppies than you would think I would need is to breed the bees, because we're going to need at least 16 bees. Now, we could just bone meal these, but this will be fine. Nobody's going to miss having the dandelions up here, up on this level. You carry pearls. Stop complaining. I suppose even as bad at parkour as I am, I could just pearl over there, right? That's good enough. You know, what do we have? 21 dandelions there. That's plenty. We're fine. We're fine. It's gonna be fine. The ender pearls, ironically though, did not help. Wow, how long did you make this thing, man? Good lord. How far over does that go? Oh, my God. I'm so tempted to troll you by building a bridge over that. I will leave the flowers in town, of course. I'm not going to deface and vandalize Skipton. Let's do that. Oh, wait a minute. That's in the wrong shulker. There we go. Let's go, boy. Sometimes I like to just stand back and admire this trade hall. How awesome this came out. That is so cool. You do need to step back from it a little bit, though, to get the full effect of it. That did come out very, very cool. Shot, nabs, genie, loam. Excellent job on that. That looks like a Buffooncraft level build, definitely. Far enough to keep people out of the building near the mob farm, yes. Keep people from building near the mob farm, yeah. All right, anything else I need in town? I think not. I think I'm okay. You know, I have to admit the pale oak next to the spruce looks pretty cool. And you know what I'm suspecting is going to look really cool? Is the pale oak logs next to birch or diorite or something white like that. Because they're designed, it's designed to go with the whiter pale oak wood. And so you could see next to something white there. It looks really cool. So at some point we're going to have to try that. All right, let's get back to things. Oh, wait. See if we can grab any redstone while we're here. 28, 16, 16 is 32. Let's grab a stack. I'm not going to need any of that kind of stuff. Target blocks, no. No. So as you all can see, we have a lot of stuff left over. Repeaters? No. We do have a lot of stuff left over from our largest redstone build ever, Buffooncraft. So there we go. Hawk. This is so difficult for me to do in third person like this. The boating is even harder to do. Then when we get to the scaffolding, yeah, okay, enough. Then things go all Stanley Kubrick at this point. And we are clear. There we go. Okay. At some point, we're going to change our tunnel. I think I mentioned that the last time. All right, let's bring our stuff over to the site. I'm thinking of setting up the speed 2 beacons around the island too at regular intervals. I might end up doing that. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Because soon we'll have the Elytra and then those will be obsolete, right? So, and they do put quite a mark on the landscape and the structure of stuff. And all right. Let us do this. So I think the comparators were the only thing that I grabbed there. Set up our work site. So we have all of our tech here. We should be all set there. How many dispensers do I have? Please say a lot, please. Yes, 38 dispensers, nice. It's just that dispensers take a long time to craft because you have to have the bow. And so you have to go over to the mob farm, get all the bows. You know, it's just, so I'm glad those, we have plenty of redstone dust. We already have plenty of comparators here. We should be all set with that. Hoppers. We may need more hoppers. That's not a problem at all. But I should have grabbed some more iron. But I do have a lot of iron here that I've been bringing over from the iron farm. So we should be all set with that. We're going to have to craft some up, but we should be all right. Okay, I think we're good here. We are almost at time to break. So I'm going to take down this last mushroom, and then we'll go on a break. We'll run some ads, and then we'll be right back. And then we'll start building. Jump chop, jump chop, jump chop. There we go. And then usually I'll just set up some sort of junk chest over here so I can keep my inventory clear. Yeah, here we go. Right. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Should be all set to go. And as I said, I might end up taking this down. I'm going to leave it up for now, but I would like the unobstructed view of the ocean. When I have the rendering distance set on this, it's really nice. Let's take a wee break, and we'll be right back. About 3 minutes to run some ads. And we're back. All right, let's log back on and let's get to some building. Before I get too much into that, see if you guys can see this. Let me actually bring this down here. And let's flip over to the other display. I think this is display 2. All right, so this is what we're going to be building. And this is what I built on the Buffooncraft Season 5 community server. And by the way, Buffoons, you can still log on to the community server. And so this morning I logged back on there and I just took some screenshots just to remind myself how I did this. This is a variation of a design that I got from a YouTube video a long time ago, and I just build bee farms like this now. I changed it around a little bit, but for the most part, this is how I build them. So maybe I'll look up that source, and for the VOD, maybe I'll post the link in there, just to give credit where credit's due. But the one on Generations is really just a rebuild of that person's farm, although I decorated it differently. I did make some changes to it, but it's pretty close to the original. This one, I made quite a few changes. So but this is the guide that I'm going to be using. Right, and so let's change on back now. All right, and let's just place some dirt down so we can sort of sketch things out here. If I remember correctly, oh, this one might be built on the odds. Yeah, it looks like I have a stair block here and then a middle row. And then it looks like another stair block. Right. Okay. All right, so it looks like it's built on the odds. That means we can center the blocks a little bit. And again, like I said, I'm thinking of having the length of it run this way. The longer axis run this way. So let me see. Maybe like right down the middle there. It may seem like it's a little bit more over this way, but that's that edge there. That's that edge there. You know, I do like having it here, though, because I do have this area down here. So I think I'm just going to run it right along here. I have a little bit less room on this side than I do on that side, but you know what? I can always extend the landscape over this way if I need to. I don't think I'll need to, but... So we'll run it right down the middle here. And then it looks like the platform's probably about maybe 2 off of the ground. need it centrally this way. So this will extend there, it'll extend there, and then width-wise it'll go here and here. I think having that be the middle is a little too far west. This would be, yeah, this is good. I think this is a good spot. So if I build this like this, then I need to do some block palette choices. But let's just get the dirt in place right now. I will warn you right now, sir. If you stay out of my way and don't bother me, you can live. I will give you 3 chances. 3, which is 2 more than you deserve. All right. Let's do this. Let me think. How do I want to go about... Well, the middle row, I'm going to want to use the oak, I think, like I did in the community server. So let's do that. So let's do this. We are going to need crafting table right off the bat. But we do not need 2 crafting tables. Okay, let's do that. Let's make ourselves up some stairs. And some slabbages. And that should be enough. Now, a lot of the design I made here for the one in the nether is to prevent things from spawning on it, because it was on the roof of the nether. Here, I don't have to be so careful with that. But still, I kind of like the design of it. So let's do this. And I said this would be about the center. So I'm thinking... I'll stagger it off that way a little bit. Come on, is it with the... Come on. Fuck. You're killing me here. All right, we can do this. Like that. Same thing over the side now. The 2 ends of the longer axis here. One of them has the staging area with the collection area. The other has the maintenance area. So I think I'll do the maintenance area on this side, because I think most folks showing up here, if they were ever going to show up here to use this, would be approaching it from this side. So let's put the collection area and the stairs on that side. There we go. I did something like that. And this will get things started. I might put some spruce in here too to just give that a little bit of texture. But we can also create some stairs. Yeah, it should bring us up there. Yep. Hawk. I don't know if I'm going to stick with oak for the stairs. We'll see. But they'll do for now. Now, I know I'm going to need some sort of stonework here. I think that stonework should be black stone because it'll go well. It goes better against the oak than the sandstone does. And let me think about this. Maybe we should consider using some gilded in this. But I'm thinking cracked polished blackstone bricks and polished blackstone bricks. There we go. Let's do this. So let's get the main outline going with that. And it looks like there's about 4 of them. One, like this. And it looks like it runs off to the other side down here. I think this is only 8 long, and this extra one off the end is part of the maintenance. We'll see. And I should reset the playlist. Let's do that. Okay. Let me see. It looks like it goes one past on either side, which isn't that big of a deal. It looks like we have dirt here. It looks like we have the hives, the nests here above. Okay. All right, so it looks like this actually extends out one more that way and one more that way. I think we should be all set. So this is actually going to need to come out to there. Right, let's do this. Oh, you know what we're going to need that we don't have, which is in rare supply on the Mushroom Island, everyone, and that's grass blocks. Yeah, these are all going to be... in fact, I don't even know why I'm placing the dirt. We're going to need grass blocks. We can go get those. I would have liked to have been prepared and already had those in place, but whatever. Let's do a little bit of sleeping. Now, believe it or not, there are some grass blocks on the Mushroom Island. There are 1 or 2 grass blocks. That's my Chinese accent. Glass blocks. Mrs. Thunderhand's gonna love that. Over there in the near the portal area, but I don't want to pull those up. I kind of like those. They're somewhat historical, so I'm gonna leave those there. The grass is just right across the water, right over there. Let's go get a boat. We'll boat on over, grab some, and come right on back. We'll take a little trip across the sea. Basic kit. We should have a boat in here. If we don't, just make one. And we don't, so we'll just make one. Let's make some plankies. And 1、2、3、4。Ooh. Let's go get some grass blocks. I think at the very least we're going to need 16 of them. So we'll grab a little bit more. Maybe we'll grab 20 of them. Just to be sure. Grass spreads, if we need more, we can set some aside and just let it do its thing. But I have to be very, very careful with the grass blocks, because if I set one down in the mycelium, it'll cover the entire island in an hour. And they're very hard to get rid of after you set them down. So after they take hold. Right? So, of course, a Bobby filling in the landscape in the distance there, in the render distance. I have my render distance set pretty low, I think, right now. So it's just giving us the outline. And I have the fade in effect. I kind of like this. It's a little bit less taxing on the server and on my own system. But we'll just go pull some right off of here. But you can see how close the eastern shore is to our island. It's really close, people. Really close. Now, I don't have my Silk Touch shovel out, so some of you are going to pitch a fit over this, but relax, it's going to be fine. We don't need a lot of this. In fact, we already have enough. Okay, I think we're good, right? We went back home. Like I said, this stuff is... Talk about invasive species. We've got to be super careful with this on the Mushroom Island. But yeah, you can see how very close we are to that eastern shore. Technically, it's northeast a little bit of the island, but... And our iron farm will go right there. So you can see where I've prepped that plateau, that peninsula right there. Oh, we can go around the side of the island here. But this reef is beautiful out here. And we have this little natural harbor right here. And then our little bee farm is going to go here. Oh, we do have that cool cave right there, don't we? Do we not? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To go a little bit further. Yeah, I put the stairs in a little prematurely. So there needs to be 8. Bah. And of course, the grass is super, super saturated here on the Mushroom Island, right? Like this. Again, those don't have to be exactly 8. I just like to have 8 there. You can make as many or as few of those as you would like. Yeah, I was a little premature in my placement of these stairs. Hawk. And let me see, some slabbages. There we go. Then, of course, the blackstone looks really good up against the oak, but it also looks ironically cool against the glass, against the grass here. I keep saying glass. Been speaking Chinese too much. But it does look really cool like that. So, all right, let's do this. Japo! So I went to the castle. Okay, Japo. Context, please. Welcome on in. You guys can see the auto shout out there for fellow co-streamer and good friend Japotastic. Am I supposed to know which castle, Japo? And they have a place where you can research family names. Okay, are you referring back to your Scotland trip? How are you doing today? I am doing excellent. Thank you. And I hope you are too. I didn't look up a Thunderhand, but I thought of you. Okay. It was in Scotland a few days ago. Now I'm in Paris. Jepo. Good Lord. I don't think I said what my mother's clan's name was, but I think I did tell you where the castle was, though. But the castle seemed like something you would enjoy. Is that of what we're speaking, specifically? Or was it your family's castle? I think you're meaning your family's castle, right? It was not my family's castle. Okay. It was Edinburgh Castle. Oh, that's cool. I, of course, think my mom's clan's castle is the best. But Edinburgh, very, very cool. Okay, one of the things I've learned about this. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Good. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was not a good thing to have done. Jeppo and I got distracted talking about castles. I think I might have just wasted a lot of time. Because I don't think I can go over there. I forget what happens to the bees when they get angry at you. If you just leave the chunks, they might be okay. And then go back. So if I just go out a rendering distance, they might be all right. Zap. Death, where is thy sting? Right there. That's where. I'll tell you what, we can just pop into the nether. We'll unload the chunks, pop back out. I think that is the first time I've ever done that in Minecraft. May have been once before at the very beginning of the update that had bees, but that might have been the very first time. So let me see. Bees become neutral if they fail to land a hit on their target within 25 seconds. So I think we wait 25 seconds, right? Is the idea. That's easy enough to do. Let me see. Do I have an extra bed on me? I don't think so. All my other stuff is over there. But that would give me a good excuse to sleep. So for how long are you in Paris, Jeppo, if you don't mind me asking? Go team. A few days. Yeah, you might have said that earlier. Sorry, I was wrestling with bees. Oak planks. And then after a little time in Gay Paris, where are you off to after that? Then on to Barcelona. He's from Barcelona. I've not been down that way. You know what? I'm going to leave this. Yeah, there we go. That's me workshop bed. You know, when you were talking about Edinburgh Castle, I was thinking, I was recounting when I was there in August of 2000. Mrs. Thunderhand, who wasn't Mrs. Thunderhand at that time, just my smoking hot girlfriend. When we were in Edinburgh, when we're inside the gates of the castle, we were remarking how big she was thinking how big the castle was. And I was reminding her that that's not the castle. That was what we think of as the castle was actually the entire city of Edinburgh. Did those bees' nests break? I think they did. Dang, that means I'm down 2 of these. Most uncool. Yeah, that was the entire city. In fact, the city proper, and then the farmers or peasants, the peasantry would build their wooden structures on the outside of the wall with all the farms and stuff around the outside of it, right? So, but when you're looking at what's referred to as Edinburgh Castle, that was actually the entire city at that time. And you're thinking, God, it's so small. All right, we need a beehive. We need 8 beehives, 8 of them, 8, 8, 8. So we need some of these. And do we? What's the recipe? What's the recipe for? Oh, okay, that's easily enough. Easy enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like this. Usually, why I tried to break those was I usually don't place these first. I place them last for a very good reason. Because now the bees are all out and about, and they'll get free, and they'll be lost and stuff. And so the good thing is they do report back in at night. So if we're fast enough, we can enclose them. So we build quickly during the day. Hopefully they'll report back in at night, and we'll enclose them. Hey, why? Why are you still upset? I didn't break anything. I was good. Maybe they saw me break the hive, but that should only be for the nests. Whatever. And see, actually, I did this wrong, too. Yeah, I really messed this up. I mean, I can still build it. It's going to be fine, but still. Dispensers. That's over here. Dispensers here. And the reason why I set this dirt up here is I need to set the dispensers without getting stung. Pointing downward. B, please. Because these will deliver the shears into the nests and hives. And the good thing I like about this was one of the options I made to change this a little bit is I can service the dispensers and refill them with the shears without having to climb on top of this thing to do it. I can make a service area in the back, or sometimes I just walk in the front door here and I just set them up there. Let me see. We need some glass, and we need it pretty... Well, we've got a little bit of time. The idea is to get it in there before sundown. I was going to use some colored glass, but I don't know. Let's just use the clear stuff for now. Stack O glass. There we go. My, how times change. Be right back. Okay. Let me see. I think I'm actually doing something like this. And the door goes on the back side of this, something like that, I think. I think on this end, what I ended up doing was something like this. And we'll do this very quickly right now, because we are in a little bit of a race of time. I can see that the Mighty Lone Star has logged on. Let me see. We should have the cut sandstone. We have chiseled and we have cut. So I'm inclined to use the chiseled just to give it a little bit of decoration. We'll use chiseled right there, 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 and there, like that. That should be good. We'll put the red on this side since they're bloodthirsty little so-and-sos. But really, that was my fault, right? If I can put the flowers here, it'll concentrate them into this area. And I can also use that to lead them into this place. It's just, for the roof, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet. So we'll just put some dirt on there for now for the roof. The one I built in the Nether, I used slabs for the roof, but I don't need to do that here. Because, again, we're not building in the Nether, so we should be good. Should be like this. Okay, one thing I did do is I built a door. Hold on. These guys might be able to get out through here, so let's do that. Okay, they should be good. Let's get the oak door into place. Actually, you know what? We really don't need all of the bees. Really, as long as we get 4 or 5 of them in there, at least 4, we can then breed them and they'll be fine, right? Let's make an oak door. Goodly enough. And the sun is getting low. Yeah, this is good. Hello, bumblebees. Bees, please. You. And you. All right, everybody follow Bubba. You too, come on. Let me... with the... You two, come on. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. There you go. Get in your little hives. That's right. Come on in. Come on, buddy. Come on. Get in your hive. Go on. You can do it. Come on. No. Just, yeah. Okay, he's in. Yeah, okay, you follow me. Come on. There, we got them all. I think we have them all, right? There might be 1 or 2 strays around here, but I don't think so. I think we got them. Hello, bumblebees. There might be some... I'm trying to avoid the bee puns, people. There might be some in here. Target a block. Transfer queue, chunk builder, target a block. Beehive cells, honey level 0. Yeah, I can't really tell if there are any bees in here or not. Let's assume that there are, and let's close it up. And for that reason, I'm not going to sleep off the night. We can work during the night. What? Loan! All right. It doesn't matter. Let's do that so they can't get out. I forgot Lone Star's on the server. Okay. It's all right. No problem. A race against time. Yeah, I wanted it to remain night for a little bit, and I forgot to set that. As a matter of fact, I guess I should do that, right? I should have set the no sleep. I forgot. No biggie. I think we have them all sequestered. I was just thinking there might be some who have popped into the hive during the night, but no, we're good. We're good. No hands, not there, please. No, I don't need that there. We'll just do this for right now. Like that. I will put one of these like this. Okay, and I think we've got them. I think we're in good shape. Okay, cool. With what did I do? The dandelions are there. So I'll have the combs on this side and the bottles on that side. That's the idea there. There we go, like that. Sorry, I'm working on the outside of my base, which isn't as protected. Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're cool. See, they're all in their place. Bumblebees! All right, let's make the maintenance hatch right here. And, you know, I don't mind using the plain old oak door for that because, you know, it's oak, blackstone, and sandstone. That's the idea. And I know this side isn't symmetrical with that side because this has a sandstone blocks. That's fine. That's fine. Now, what I usually like to do is along the top here, I like to put something kind of flowery and decorative there. Usually I like to have some azalea blocks or something there. I think I did that in Generations, right? But I'm not 100% sure what I want to do there yet. But I do know one thing. Oh, here comes Shut Mountain. There we go. All right, we do need some... let's put the hoppers into place. And the way I did this... Yeah, the way I did this with the hoppers was very, very simple. I believe I just put a double chest here. And I put a double chest here. It's that easy. So we'll bring that one downward. And then we can go like this. Fuck. Why? Why? Please, hands, please. Thank you. Okay, so I was doing something like this. They come down into here. And then I believe I was putting the double chest right about here. Yeah, we can do that with 2 of these. It's going to look a little janky, but I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'll leave a space between these to put some sort of decorative rails or something for the stairs, for the steps, and I'll put the chest here. It would be easier if the chest were there. So as far as hoppers, or at least a little bit more elegant, if I put those there, so let's see. We're going to need 4 of the double chests. Sansu, like this. Oh, okay. I know what I'm going to have to do there. Right, this is going to look a little weird, but we have to do a little trick here. Where are the stairs? Polished blackstone brick stairs. So what we can do here with this no, that's not. No, other way, under place. So I think I have to put them in facing this way, like that. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. There. So you can see from the outside they still look like the bricks, but then it still allows you to open the chest, right? That kind of a thing. Now, I don't think that they can escape through there, but you never know. Those bumblebees, they're a wily sort. Let's get this. Okay, I like that. All right. And then some of the stuff I wanted to do was take some of the cracked and mix that in here just to texture some stuff. Like maybe there, and one right there. I just like the texturing, right? Put a little bit in there. Let's do something like this, and then we can do maybe that and that. There we go with. Okay, so we should be all closed in. We are going to need some hoppers down the back now. This is going to look a little weird. But I think what I can do is just have that be a passing hopper. And then if I do this and this, items I put in here should still drop down below as a passing hopper. Right? And so even though it's weird, it looks like it's pointing off that way, items will still travel down. And the idea is they should travel down and fill up this chest before they fill up that chest. It's not really super important. It's just a little bit convenient. We can now do the same over here. This will collect the honey bottles. This will collect the honeycombs. I guess if I need more, I can put maybe one more chest down here and one more chest down there, but I don't think so. I think I'll be fine. All right, let's install those. Actually, I needed 8 chests, not 4. They're done. that. Like this, and then I'm going to need a string of these guys right across here. Which will be 7 hoppers, but we'll make more than 7. Let's drop off some of these other items. I think we're finished with them for a while. I still want to make certain I get the blackstone and the sandstone in there a little bit more than I'm showing right here. But man, it's going to be hard to top that bee farm in Generations. that bee farm in Generations is just gorgeous. All right, let's head on over. We'll get ourselves some iron. We'll make up some hoppers. Of course, we'll make up way more hoppers than we need because I'm going to need to keep some in reserve in the old tech shulker. So, Jeppo, I'd be really interested in your trip to Barcelona when you get there. We've talked about Scotland quite a bit. A little bit about France, but in Barcelona, I don't have a lot of experiences with the place. Obviously, I haven't been there. But also, I don't know too many people from there. So it'll be cool to get a first-hand account. All right. Lone, I do not need the night, and so I'll help you out by sleeping here. There we go. Up, and then here comes Jeannie. Probably getting ready to do her stream. Streaming Buffooncraft, no less. Super cool. Let's get some iron. Here we go. Let's set ourselves up, and we'll get an extra block o' iron. One player gamer! OPG! You guys can see the auto shoutouts there for both Jeannie and OPG. Jeannie's been in the stream since the beginning. I think she was the first one in here. OPG's been putting some time in on the server. OPG, how you doing, my friend? Let's do this. Let's blockify what we have. There we go. I'm trying to relegate my smeltables all to the auto smelter chest here. Let's do this. While we're over here, let's just get the rest of this stuff into there. I mean, there's no sense in organizing it into chests over there when we have the output for the smelter. That's a good place for that. Oh, before we get too far, we're going to need to make a whole bunch of shiz. Right? So we should bring, let's get 2 blocks of iron, and let me see. So one side we need the shears, the other side we need bottles, right? And we're going to need so many bottles. Okay, so now I do have bottles here. I'm using for the auto brewer, but I think we should just make our own bottles. We'll just buy them off of the librarians, and we'll stock up the bottles over there. I think that'll be the best course of action. We actually need more of the honey bottles than we do of the combs, but that's neither here nor there. So already we can see the site at which the bee farm is going up. It's always cool to see things going up here on the base island. Look. I forgot my sunblock. So he's hiding under the mushy. The mushroom. Let's see. Okay, we need the hoppers, right? Let's put the hoppers in place. Okay. And then we're going to need to get a couple of the 3 nests that I ruined. Quest for the nest. That's going to have to happen. I don't know if I should do that on camera or not. How are we doing for time? We're actually at time. Wow, stream time is over. It is 1:01, people. Now, you may be thinking, these are a lot of shears. But each one of these dispensers holds 9 stacks of shears. Then we have to put in the redstone behind them, too, because they won't function now without the redstone. So let's load them up first. Oh, wow, I forgot the shears do not stack. Now, we got to be careful here not to let these guys out. And the cool thing about shears is that we can just craft them right here. Hello, fellas. Some are falling down to the ground here with extra stuff. Don't worry about that. They'll be fine. Let's do this. Let's do a little bit of that. Then we need, what, 6 more, I think? Okay, those are all loaded up with shears. Okay, I think at that I'm going to end stream. There's only a couple of things that need to happen now. The redstone needs to come off of these. To activate the dispensers and whatnot. And that kind of redstone configuration is very similar to a one of those impulse sorter kind of slices for each one of these. Very easy to do. We need the glass bottles to set up on this side. Then we need to breed some of the bees and use a lead and bring them over to there, and then we'll be all set to go. I was really hoping to be able to do that in one stream, but we had a number of setbacks. So, and now it's raining. Okay, let us wrap up the stream. Let's set this. There we go. Have a good one, Thunder. Jeppo, safe travels. I'm always interested in hearing where you are, what part of the world you are, and your adventures around the world and stuff. So safe travels. Thank you for dropping by. Let's do this. That's been all set. Be back later. Let us Times, please. Let's get over to the camp scene. Thanks, man. Catch you later. Let's do this. Set up our raid. If I can find it. Here we go. I have multiple windows open here, so I'm there we go. And that's the window I'm looking for. So you can probably see, I hope you can, the raid message that has popped up in chat. You can copy and paste that into chat if you would like to join us along on the raid. I always encourage people to join us on the raid if they can, even if you can't stay around for the entire stream, to which we are raiding. At least drop in, say hi, and if you feel so inclined, maybe a follow, some bits, some sub, that would be really cool. Let us set up the raid itself. There it is, and the raid is currently counting down for the one and only Cheska's Genie. Fellow Buffoon, family-friendly viewers, just be reminded that her stream is rated for mature audiences. There's some language and some stuff in there, but she's super, super cool, a lot of fun. We have a lot of shared community, right? So chances are you'll see somebody in there you know. At this point, I'd like to remind everybody that we do this Buffooncraft stream every Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m., Saturday, there may be an event, or actually I should say Sunday, there may be an event with Kuma. Kuma will probably be streaming that. Well, he said it's his birthday stream. He'll definitely be streaming. I don't think I'm going to stream it myself. I think I'll just appear in his stream. Before that should be the Kachi Time stream from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then the stream following that should be Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. That should be Generations, and we should be back on the Generation 5 Survival World. And that should do it now. For now, thank you everybody for showing up today. It was really cool. It was a nice, relaxing, even though I got stung by bees and stuff. It was a relaxing little stream. So I really enjoyed it. Join us again next time, and we are raiding out now. Bye for now, everyone.